Hey guys, welcome back. We have LGB and HellRaisers facing off here for the FACEIT League Qualifier, and they are going to be on Mirage. Of course, we did have HellRaisers winning map number 1. Looked like they had some tumultuous times at the start of the game, not having an easy go of things on CT, but then once they got their ball rolling and then got into the T half, it really seems quite convincing actually. And it's very interesting to see Kucher picking up the AWP. But now this is going to be the most interesting map. I'm really looking forward to seeing how things go here.
Yeah. And I have to say, I made a mistake because I said this used to be the H2K lineup because of RUBINO. But
Yeah,
it's only RUBINO. So I was thinking to myself during the match, wait a minute, where's Polly, Skirk and other people?
RUBINO.
So forgive me, guys.
It makes you think of RUBINO.
Absolutely. RUBINO.
But a lot of people don't know what RUBINO is. I think, is it just a UK thing?
It's just a massively sugary drink. It's not really that special.
Well, you can get it without sugar, I think. Can't you? I think you can.
Yeah, but I mean, the premise is the main drink is a disgusting sugary drink, right?
Ah, fair enough. I don't know. I haven't drunk it for about 10 years.
Yeah, so it's like a child's drink, really. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, I was going to say Sunny Delight, but it's nothing like Sunny Delight.
No, it really isn't.
We don't seem to have that anymore.
Thank God.
Since it started turning people orange.
Yeah.
Literally. Like people were drinking too much, it would change the pigmentation of their skin.
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
What?
It actually happened. People turned Sunny Delight colour.
That's really weird.
It's a thing. It actually happened.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
What did Jamie Oliver have to say about that? We noticed how he's like really active on like, for example, what children eat and so on in schools.
Yeah.
Because that was like targeted to like school children.
What did you eat in school?
I don't remember. I think we would.
That's not a good sign.
I think we made our own fresh bread. I would have fresh bread all the time.
Wow.
So with stuff.
You made your own fresh bread.
Yeah.
What the hell?
bread maker.
Where did you go?
With the bread maker. Oh no, like at home. At home we did this.
Oh, okay.
For like packed school.
In my secondary school or high school, if you're American, I ate hot dogs for lunch.
Hot dogs.
Yeah.
That
I had 2 hot dogs for lunch every day.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that how you grew so tall?
No.
What is the secret to being tall?
I don't know. I ate a lot of spinach because I liked Popeye. So I don't know if spinach is.
Popeye is a badass. Popeye knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but if you made like a Popeye like an adult movie, doesn't he look like a drunk? Looks like he beats his wife or something. I don't know. We're just waiting for the match to start, guys. By the way, so we're back. We are back.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, with you being so tall, a lot of commentators are really tall, which is really weird. Like, a lot of famous commentators, like Tosspot's like really tall.
Tosspot
DJ
is a tall
Week's
man.
like really tall. Day9's really tall. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm like basically 6 foot, and I feel like a midget standing next to you, and I'm supposed to be like, but like I'm fairly above average from what I understand, a little bit at least.
You're just about within
just above
within like.
Because average is like 5'10" or something, from my understanding of the UK.
Yeah, I'm above that.
Wouldn't be average in the Netherlands.
People have no idea how tall we are because we're sitting down.
I know.
So especially like when I'm streaming fighting game events, people see me, but I'm still sitting down for like 12 hours. Then I get up and they're like, holy.
You just cast a shadow over them.
Yeah, like, towering above them.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was doing a show with a guy that everyone would make jokes on how short he is. But when I would commentate with him, he would sit on a bunch of pillows to raise his height so that he wouldn't look so bloody short on the camera. And he's probably actually watching this. So hi Bruno, if you're watching. But so some people actually thought that he was taller than me, whereas in reality he's like half my height. So yeah.
So LGB won the knife, but the game had to have a quick restart. So we are into the pistol. LGB versus HellRaisers, and
interesting. Angel, only guy with the choice to go for nades. He's got smoke and a flash. It looks like they're doing a contact play here towards the apartments here. So they're going to rush on contact.
What does contact mean, Dan?
It means when you make contact with the opponents. When you're spotted, you rush. You walk otherwise all the way up there. Going to be jumping straight on in there. Angel's tossed over his grenades now, and we're looking at HellRaisers taking over this bomb site. And in comes Rain from the back. This is really huge. If he gets this frag, oh, that's so much pressure now on the flank here for HellRaisers. They're going to put a player on this flank. That's going to make the frontline defense weaker, but AdreN with the jump shot is going to crush, and that is now ensa against 2 players with the bomb ticking away. And oh my god, AdreN, you manly man. like the guy in apartments in reality should be like the game-winning like chess piece there for LGB, the round-winning chess piece.
That is a huge round.
It really is.
That's a huge round for them because they're a map up, and they're on the T side of Mirage as opposed to the slightly favoured CT side, and they've won the first round. It means that going forward, it will make it a lot harder for LGB to have a fantastic economy, which puts them quite badly on the back foot here. And they've committed to the A site and left B completely open. So they're going to be playing for the retake here with only CZs, which means that HellRaisers should have a better time of playing the Rangers outside of the shop area. So things looking really bad for LGB so far.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like they're going to have much opportunity to do a lot of damage here, or even win a round. You can see they tried to. They committed there. They've got the CZs and the armor. They gambled, but they gambled on the wrong site. They bet on red, and it was black.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what Na'Vi did in HellRaisers' position. They just did that to just straight up push apps when they knew that they were up against the CZs. So, you know, once you drop into the site, it's relatively open once you clear the immediate vicinity. So it makes a lot of sense. That said, you can make the argument for the A side, but I think B is just like a simpler hit to go for. Either way.
Yeah, as you said, what we saw from Na'Vi previously.
Yeah.
LGB though managing to pick up an AK at the end of that round. So HellRaisers still looking for the frags, and it means we're going to have 2 MAC-10s, 2 AKs, and a Galil on the HellRaisers side. HellRaisers playing for the match right now, and once again we have another committal to the A site, and B is completely empty. So
yeah, and Rain with the AK.
we've got Angel just watching for the flank top mid as well with the Galil.
Exactly the same movement as before with the MAC-10. That's so much money in the bank doing this kind of stuff. And Rain in a bit of trouble here, getting forced back. Look at the onslaught, but Rain has the AK-47, pumping him through of lead. 2 health now, backs away. Picks up some money from the frags at least, but I mean, how much money was made with those MAC-10s? Wow.
Yeah, indeed. Kucher going crazy, though. He had a teammate right next to him, but even though he was low on HP, he was still just jumping, trying to get the frag. Possibly could have made his teammate go first, although maybe he was just a sacrificial lamb to go for a trade kill situation instead. Either way, nothing worked, and Raindog gets another frag. So that's a bit of a juicy round for him. He's going to be able to whip out an AWP for someone should they need it. The ensa just going to buy one himself, but subsequently won't be able to get that many nades out.
And for those of you wondering why HellRaisers are in this position right now, they finished 7th last season.
Okay,
so
look.
Oh no.
Dosia. Now look, what is the deal with these guys?
Know, man. Are we going to see a similar nade as we saw Na'Vi use? Because the players are in similar positions. Surely not. I want that to be a Na'Vi thing. I want that to be a Guardian thing. I want it. But yeah, HellRaisers finished 7th last season, which means that they have to fight their way through this close fire to retain their spot. And kucher is going to be taking ensa away from this round. So with that pick, LGB certainly are going to be a bit weaker on the defense here, and they don't know what's going on just yet. They don't have anybody in the forward position. They can't afford to now. They've lost a player. HellRaisers setting up for this A push. It does look very sinister right now. We only really have Rain on the site itself to stop this. He's going to be isolated by smokes, so Rain is going to have to do a very, very good job right now. He's going to have to take down more than one player, more than 2 players. They want to have any hope of taking the top site. In goes Rain with the spray, gets 2 players immediately. RUBINO as well picks up Dosia on the entry. In comes more and more kills. And oh, what a cleanup. That was so fast, so decisive. LGB pick up the defense, and they put themselves on the board.
Vladislava from HellRaisers. I don't know if she's watching this stream or SLTV stream, but you need to tweet us and explain why HellRaisers continuously knife each other in T or CT spawn. I have to have an answer to this because it happens
It's been happening
so
for like
often.
a year or something,
Yeah,
I swear. Like,
it's just crazy.
All right, so
HellRaisers looking for that set play once again. Only difference is this time kucher is in the mid area, causing some shenanigans, but he's going to have to bail out of there. As AdreN has already pushed into lower on the A-bomb site. Angel just staying up top for the time being. CT is going to be somewhat exposed.
oh, is he going to get through the smoke? He almost went through, but he just put the brakes on at the last second. And HellRaisers have great potential now, but they're all falling back to slope. If they bunch up too much, this could go badly. But look at that, the denial. Kucher hitting one into the dome of RUBINO, sending him flying down those stairs as LGB are looking to make this work. zEVES in with another kill over by Palace. Jumps across to jump boxes, gets one more, but it's now on jkaem. Can he pull this one off? There's no time, and there's no health. LGB, they go down, and that's a really nasty one to lose, as they never got any money going after that initial round victory. HellRaisers, they get a good chance to build some bank now.
And there is an AWP. Let's see who's going to pick it up. Indeed, seems to be kucher with the man. Is the man with the plan who can. And he's going to be going over to the mid area. This is an eco from the CTs. But a different approach from HellRaisers than we have seen in previous ecos. We've got an app push coming in there. RUBINO going to be looking for flamie, but flamie is going to be the superior on that exchange. Still Rain left loitering in the A site, but the flank is real as Angel is coming in from the connector area with the Mac 10 again, so you can see he was expecting eco. Not going to win that battle though. Rain is going to get a frag there. Dosia now in connector with the bomb. One-man advantage for the Terrors. Make that 2 as flamie takes down Rain. That should be the A site slightly clear. Still have that chap, but he has died with his leg in a bucket.
By the way, one interesting fact about Mousesports we should have mentioned when they were playing is that because now they're like four of the 5 players are German, and of course Christo is from Holland, they're actually starting speaking German as their main language now. So that's actually quite interesting. Very curious to see how they impact things in the future. But back to this round here, we've got a bit of a split and pick going on from HellRaisers. And LGB, they're being a bit more aggressive than usual as well, trying to take control of the middle. Angel's the only man there, and he's going to get taken down. This is really nice now, as LGB go man up. But the worst of it is yet to come, I think, for them.
So it looks like they're trying to get an opening with well, they were trying to get an opening, but it looks like they're setting up for the set plays again.
So here we are. Rain, once again, key, absolutely key in this, as he lurks down by Shadow. And with Rain, one frag. Can he get anything else? His position exposed. Gonna try to fall back, keep the T's guessing. As flamie goes in now with kucher. Kucher finds Rain, and that's a 2-on-3 now. As LGB tentatively watch these angles in 3 different spots here.
zEVES does have control of CT, which is all important. You can see playing a very passive position, because if they try and go for the plant, you can see they're faking here because they're baiting him out, but he seems to realize if they go for the plant here, he is going to eliminate almost every single plant spot they can find, and that's going to be the second frag as well, taking down flamie. So great patience there from LGB. Didn't have to try and force the issue, try and retake the site, because again, when it comes down to it, HellRaisers have to plant the bomb. So all they have to do is wait patiently and then punish.
I really want to see LGB bring this this money back together. You know, just start getting that bank rolling, start getting the orbs happening for them. Maybe some auto snipers. I want to see the money from LGB so we can get a better picture of their defense. Because right now they've been in very horrible spots, and this is really the place for them to retake control of the match. HellRaisers, if they do a lot of damage here, take 3 or so players down in the bomb, this is going to be bad for LGB, even if they win. LGB now on the defense. Nice shot from Dosia. That is 2 players down from LGB. Weapon on Dosia as well. Trying to do some more damage here. The bomb not going to go down, and they close it out. That's a good result from LGB. Only 2 losses.
That looks very uncomfortable.
It did.
It was interesting. You could see jkaem on the other side of that smoke got flashed at the end of balcony and chose to stand by the wall. With where he was standing, his silence is actually exposed to the terrors in the apps area. We've seen that happen to Smiths before when he played that angle on CT a very long time ago. But they didn't notice it, and all the mayhem should have saved them a few frags and potentially got them a bit further into that round, but we are into round 9 now. That smoke coming into the mid area. And HellRaisers once again going for potentially the set play. Dosia trying to walk through the smoke. Not going to work out though as Rain takes him out, but flamie gets a trade kill. Bomb is about to emerge onto the A site as the rotation is coming in slowly but surely. We've got jkaem going to the CT spot again. Try and stop those plants from going down, but still not quite sure as to where the bomb is. You can see, I swear, jkaem's still in the B site, and it's ensa in the CT area. Is completely smoked off, looking for a small gap in the smoke. Cannot find it in time. Bomb is going to go down with a split second to go.
Good damage done. LGB using every edge that they can find to push in, and kucher's on 1 health. No way. He's just out of there with that AWP. Going to keep that alive or do his best. But that was really nice. That was really well done by LGB there. HellRaisers, they seemed a bit slow, didn't they, on the approach there? Just, you know, one nade, then another nade, then another nade, kind of like not a bit disjointed on their effort as a team. Much to the merit also of LGB putting in the pressure. But it seemed like that delay was enough for LGB to really get that retake going.
Kucher going for the fast pick in lower A, where you can often find people crossing over to the connector area, but it got smoked really fast by LGB there. Obviously knowing that that is an option for the T's, so he's not going to find anyone just yet. Dosia, though, has got into underpass very, very quickly, and with no presence in mid at the moment from LGB, they could potentially boost into what's known as CPL. But ensa, you may have heard some movement there, because he is looking towards it, using that box for a bit of protection here. HellRaisers are on an eco with... Oh, Dosia, please!
That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning shot. But it is responded with a vicious flurry of bullets.
See if HellRaisers go for that gun. And indeed they will. So now they have an AK and an AWP. Make that just an AWP. 2 versus 1 now. As jkaem a bit itchy on a trigger finger. Going to shoot his friend in the back. Kucher going for a wide peek there, but it's not going to happen. Will get taken out by the rifle. And it is 5-5 now. LGB versus HellRaisers.
And they are getting that money going, so that they're getting the AWPs that they need. Seeing ensa AWPing at the moment, and let's see where his spawn was. So there it is, and we'll jump into Kucher as well in a second, so we can see him going for the far angle a little bit on the left, and we can see Kucher's going for the palace angle here. So right now, it does certainly look to be a very passive opening, as the split and pick is the order of the day here for HellRaisers. We see AdreN trying to get himself close to balcony and connector here, which is very key, but he's alone. He is alone right now. And the key fact of him being alone is that it makes it almost, not impossible, but difficult to try to challenge connector, because you always want to make sure that someone's there to either flash you in, or try, such as what Angel was trying to do there, or to trade frag you if you go for the peak. With Angel, find itself a duel here. zEVES is going to go down as LGB get curious, start the peaks, and now once again Rain in a very important position as look at all the teasing closing on him. Oh wow, Rain with 2 headshots to boot, lining up. It's a 2-player versus 2 players right now in this round as things calm down just for a moment. And the players try to take stock of what's happening on the map. The bomb is down and flamie's going for the peaks here. Can they figure out who is where? jkaem now, last man standing. flamie's going to pick up the kill. Despite Rain's best efforts, and flamie and Angel both big on 7 health each, it is going to be a HellRaisers round. But heavy losses for them as well. However, they can sustain that still. And we are going to see both teams buying within their limits. So this is a very important round now, as a team who loses this is going to be put to the eco, and we're closing in the end of the first half.
Okay, so Kucher back with the AWP once again. Let's have a look at where he is. He's looking over to the B site. There is a really nice angle from both B and from those stairs, where you can find the tiniest of gaps and punish somebody for peeking. And that flash you just saw there goes over too short, but zEVES far too far ahead on short for that to flash him, but Angel will shoot him in the face instead, which also works. Got the rotation from the CTs coming in towards the B bomb site. Just RUBINO lagging behind quite deliberately, just in case it is a fake. but looks fairly real at the moment. We've got two players loitering around a smoke at the moment, unbeknownst to each other. Angel maybe with a sound cue. RUBINO again just rotating back towards A. Got to hold down just in case as that smoke dissipates for Angel, which will give him control of the jungle area. So now, if HellRaisers opt to push the A site, it's pretty much going to be 4 versus 1 here, as ensa is going to get stuck here. Got to be paranoid about the positioning, potentially, of the Ts. Only with a CZ as well, but he'll shoot Angel straight in the face, and that's going to make a hell of a difference, as now the CTs will have more freedom to retake the site should they need to. ensa takes down a second one in Dosia as well. So 4 versus 3, all of a sudden it's a man advantage for LGB. But kucher has other ideas as he makes it 3 versus 2. Gets taken out by Rain. Now it's 1 versus 1, and jkaem wins the final duel to take this round for LGB. Heavy losses for both sides. AWP picked up for the Norwegians. And that's going to make it 6-6.
This is actually interesting right now because HellRaisers might actually decide to... Yeah, they can I think they should actually just go for this. Because look at their money. I mean, they have just enough to buy, and they know that LGB's weak on... Like, they almost lost everybody, and they knew that they were already in a bad economic position. And look at it. They actually have an advantage on the weapons. So this is a very dangerous time here for LGB. They need to secure this by winning this round, and we're going to see that HellRaisers are looking for this A push, and it might just be a very fast one, maybe even through the smoke, if we're going to see some flashes out of the palace here. And in through the smoke they go, but into range, FAMAS! RUBINO now from the corner as well, and they wrap around to try to finish him off, but it's a 2-on-3 now in favor of LGB. Still very doable for both teams. Running to spot some players, gets taken out by zEVES, and LGB hold on! So great work from them, and HellRaisers are going to find themselves in a very nasty place.
That was the third last round of the first half here, and a very important round, as you can see. That has left HellRaisers with no option but to eco for last. You can see the P250s coming out for them. And they are going to be split up, though. Have only Dosia going towards the A site, initially at least. Just going to run around, and ensa, very aggressive position. Will Dosia peek him quickly, or will he just go for the angle? Shoots him straight in the head and gets a follow-up frag as well. That's going to give him an AWP very early on into this round. Now, LGB going to have to be paranoid about that presence, that AWP in the A palace. Going to smoke him off. That's going to put him out of action for a while. In the meantime, HellRaisers are all over the place. The flank was coming in there, but RUBINO just put it to a complete halt. But still, HellRaisers just have presence all over this map. That said, they are getting extinguished slowly but surely. The flame still flows, however, for the time being. And Dosia is going to need to find an opening towards this B bomb site.
I'd almost feel like leading with the AWP here might be a good risk. And just trying to guess right here, as the AdreN is very low, and if the pick does come from the AWP, it's game on right now. So look at that free frag there, and jkaem going to announce his presence. So let's see if Dosia can pull this together now. He knows that he's there, and he's doing the smart thing. He's just waiting. This is so smart. Just trying to edge out, and he's going to go for the peek. Dosia in for the next shot. He's going to miss, and that's going to be LGB taking another round. And the last round of the first half now is going to be troublesome for HellRaisers now that LGB have all the nades, all the weapons they want.
Yeah, it was interesting the order that they approached the site in, because the bomb carrier is going first. If they're going to go out, but not together, if they're going out one by one, then if they can just deny the site of that bomb for a little bit longer, then if the first play goes down like that and they're still going to try and win the round with the AWP, then at least it can slow the rotation from the previous players because they still haven't seen the bomb after the first frag. But never mind that. Fast presence into mid here from HellRaisers once again, but RUBINO going to abuse the top of that smoke to get a frag on Angel. So that's going to be an early advantage here for LGB as we are in the last round of the first half. Kucher taking down zEVES. Dosia loitering in the connector area. We'll see.
Look at this movement here. They are going towards B with the majority of players. Got 2 on B, 2 towards connector, or CT spawn, CPL areas. And we can see that Dosia is in connector still, so he's there to be the lurker. He's listening for information here. He can hear rotations. He can catch players who are trying to cross his line of sight.
And to ensa, connector looks completely empty. And I think he's just covering his buddy's back on the A bomb site RUBINO as well, just in case. But there Dosia is. Can ensa get the trade frag? Not yet. Dosia just causing all kinds of mayhem, forcing the full rotation from the CTs as HellRaisers is going to just stroll into the site with bowler hats and poodles and put this bomb down.
Dosia with another kill. He is selling this hardcore. Bomb goes down and jkaem's like, what? And now he knows. Now he knows where it is. And that's awesome to see, especially as I was talking previously about some of the merits of connector play. And it was played very well there by Dosia. Helps to pick up the frags, but that is one of the reasons why it's so strong. And now he comes in, gets completely just slapped in the face with the AK, and we're going to have HellRaisers actually bringing an 8-7 half here. So they're kind of saving it towards the end. But the problem is that, much like the first map, if this doesn't go the way of LGB on the T-pistol, they are looking at a very tough game here.
Indeed, we'll have to see how it goes. So for HellRaisers, frags evenly spread out. 100 ping AdreN topping the leaderboard. So again, you can see how strong he is even with a ping such as that. Meanwhile, on the LGB side, got Rain up there. jkaem not far behind him. Rest of them on around 8 to 11 frags. So let's see who will come out on top in this pistol. Interesting setup here from HellRaisers. Got 3 people going to the B bomb site in case of a fast push here. Let's see how long it takes them to rotate someone back towards A. They have a 2-man
standard retake play for A. You don't see this as much as you used to. This used to be the standard way to approach, but teams have started to go out of it. But now they can just like, if they have a kit on AdreN, they can just wait now to do damage from behind the smokes. And then if the teams push them, they can just take them down. And this is really nice. If ensa can control CT, that's huge. ensa can wrap around the back now, or just hold this spot, and it's really dangerous here for LGB. For the HellRaisers. Kucher loading into the bomb site itself with the USP. Now 2-on-2. Bomb is ticking away very quickly. flamie's got the kit actually, so it might just be doable. But flamie's going to start defusing right now. There it is. He's going to get the defuse on, but Kucher has to cover him. Spots RUBINO. Can he get it? Oh, he's committing, and he gets the kill on the diffuser, and that is the round. So close.
He thought he was covering his teammate with the meat shield, but he was covering the bomb and not his actual teammate. He was defusing. He was completely open there, and with all the pistol spam, all that was required was a slow tap. But they were just all blasting at the pistol, and it didn't go their way in the end. LGB with a very important round.
You know what, ensa pushing CT there by himself, it reminded me of whilst we were in this anti-eco, and HellRaisers actually invested on almost nothing. Dosia is the only guy who put any money into this, and we can see that he actually bought a Deagle armor. But something that Threat tells me he really likes to do, and I think Threat was playing in this tournament, in this qualifier, and I think they went pretty far. I'm not sure how their progress of their game is going, but regardless, something he really likes to do on the pistol round is to do the same kind of a push, but push almost the entire team through CT. Because once you do that, if they're like rotating like this, and they played this 3-man setup along here, they're going to be coming from middle. And so now how do they get to this area if they don't use the kind of vent there? So then you get onto B, and you're just running at them with like 4 or 5 Glocks. It's actually quite strong. As stupid as it sounds, it's actually quite ridiculous. So that's something to mess around with. You can try it in matchmaking. Just tell everyone just to follow you or something to CT spawn as you rush A, and it's pretty fun. So there's some shenanigans. We're going to see LGB sick and tired of waiting for HellRaisers to push them, and now just going to go for it on the A side. That's a nice
bit of a
angle.
cinematic death there.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Tarantino over here.
That was nothing to do with me.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea why that happened.
Right, fair enough. Away. Once again, getting some cinematic deaths. Another one!
Yeah,
3 in 1. How is this happening, James? It's totally you, man. Totally you. Alright, so LGB 10, HellRaisers 7, and Angel was a scout. Interesting.
This is a curious strategy indeed. Let's have a look at what he's going to do with it. Oh, timing just looks away. I don't know if he was spotted jumping down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But we have a passive position here from jkaem just in case there are any crazy pushes. Speaking of crazy pushes, kucher now just being... Oh
no.
Still going to survive though. So they may think that he isn't there, but they're definitely going to check. And that's a dead kucher. Followed up by a dead AdreN. And the CTs though, they're already in close positions on the A site, but Dosia with a nice tap.
Wow, Dosia! That man with that pistol. That's nice. You know what those grenades reminded me of? They reminded me of that moment when you're like low in health, you can't go anywhere, and a nade, you can see
Nade
it.
flies in from
You
nowhere.
can see it. You can see it coming from a distance, and you know that there's nothing you can do
You're like,
about it.
goodbye,
And you know
goodbye,
that you're
my
gonna die.
friends.
Yeah, it's like that moment. It's that moment of helplessness. That's what that reminded me of. Of course, he didn't die, but still, there's 2 nades. There's nothing you can do.
Speaking of nades, it looks like we're about to have a nade bonanza on the A site. You can see 3 of those players setting up to throw nades, and ensa just covering the angle for his team to make sure they don't get pushed while they've got nades in their hands. So, nades all over the shop. Let's have a look at this push here from these terrorists. Got no angles on the CTs just yet, so we're right here for the time being. But they're pushing all the way through to the jungle connector area, which they've left deliberately open.
Yeah, this is the Na'Vi and Titan, a strat that Na'Vi and Titan have both used a lot. And you can see that Dosia's in a pretty good position to deal with this. There was a Molotov missing. Either way, LGB going to be picking up the kills. Kucher left over. In goes the nade. Ooh, good damage, but 20 health left on Kucher. Rain and jkaem, though, they're not going to be giving up on this, and they should definitely relieve Kucher of that AWP. Oh, the grenades, man. Almost 6 health now. Kucher misses as well, actually, and that should be the AWP there for Rain. Happy birthday, Rain. Or graphite for you, sir.
Okay. So, it's going to be ensa, the man with the plan who can, AWPing for the LGB side. HellRaisers find themselves on an eco, and LGB now look good to bring this to the 3rd map. I was going to say best of 3, but it's best of 3 regardless.
And I think this position looks to be watched here. But flamie, will he push?
Yeah,
or
I
will he
think
just sit?
I think for the time being, he just wants to sit and try and engage a terrorist at very close quarters with that CZ, so he can get a 1-tap to the face, and his wish may be coming true here. But will he find a frag first? Indeed he will. That's exactly what happened. So you can see the spark on his head. Even from that distance, it still required a second shot there. So again, you can see how the nerf to the CZ is apparent, but still with that fire rate, doesn't really matter.
I was going to say.
LOL!
Here we go. flamie with the AK he has now inherited, able to do the damage, and they are going to just jump into HellRaisers. They're all going down. ensa's left over. They know where he is now. He's got an AWP in his hands. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous man. But can they stop him? Can he be stopped? Going to give his position away fully with a nade, or reaffirm where he is.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult for him to
No time, really.
clutch this round, considering where he is, the fact they know where he is, and the fact that they can just hold multiple angles, so he won't engage either of them until he's completely exposed. Can they get the AWP?
Oh!
Ah.
That feeling. The best one is when you drop your gun, and then you lose everything.
Yeah, when you mash E too many times, it just drops both guns.
Yeah, that's everyone's done that, haven't they?
I like it when you press E and E doesn't do anything.
Really?
And you can press E like 5, 10
yeah,
times,
yeah,
and it does nothing at all.
I hate that so much.
Yeah. Another bug to the list.
There's so many bugs.
Ooh, no smoke for you, ensa, says kucher, as puts a hole in his chest. And let's note, we have the double AWPs again for HellRaisers. Angel holding that angle. That's an even more aggressive angle than you need to hold. You can be right at the back of the balcony, but it's like a 1 pixel gap
He had the
between
spawn
those 2 walls.
and also got boosted for
Indeed.
extra speed as well for that angle, so that's something to note about that.
Yeah. So, lots of nades on the A-bomb site here. Again, a 1-man deficit for LGB.
Actually got one there, did Kucher. they're going to find himself in a 1-on-2, but the bomb is in a precarious position below the stairs. And Angel will take him out. So, can AdreN find the AWP? He does. He does find it. So, 2 AWPs on the defense here for HellRaisers, and this is something we were curious about. Okay, how are HellRaisers going to play? They lost Simple, star player, star AWPer, aggressive AWPer. How do you replace that? Well,
more AWPs.
More AWPs. Angel
apparently
and
the
kucher
answer.
AWPing on Mirage here. So Angel, let's check their positions here. We've got kucher, who is on middle, and we have Angel, who's actually also AWPing middle aggressively. So he's just going to run up here. Angel, will he pick up a kill?
Oh, it's an eco though, so he needs to be
Dangerous.
careful here because he may get 1 kill.
They're lining up. He will go down, but can his weapon be actually protected by his teammates? Looks like that's not exactly going to happen. They're going to be picking up AWPs willy-nilly. There's 2 AWPs in their hands. Dosia is able to remove RUBINO, who was one of the AWPers, and now the other one is going to go down. So that's that is a sigh of relief.
Yeah, but this is a complete disaster for HellRaisers.
It really
I
is.
mean, look at the RAM deficit here. This is not an ideal situation for them. They were starting to build their bank. But you have to wonder if they just did a miscalculation here, because charging up top mid on your own when the opposing team is on an eco is probably going to go bad more times than not.
Yeah. Either way, ensa can actually still save this round. However, he was spotted first, so that should be the end of that here for ensa as he tries to make his way in.
He has no idea where the other player is. Unfortunately for him, he was far away and rotating while ensa was taking it slow. Just trying not to get trade fragged.
And annoyingly, because of where the AWPs were dropped, the AWPs couldn't be picked up because they had to both be on A and B. So when the player did actually finally die, they couldn't go and get the AWPs. So they lost those 2 AWPs from that last round. So now they've rebought them, and
look at their money following that round. So
they have to win this.
Yeah, they can't afford rounds like that.
No, they
especially
really can't.
not against pistols, even if they take 9s.
So right now we have an interesting situation. LGB could actually fake here. They could throw smokes to the end of the where the car is to block the vision, and then move down connector for a fast push through connector, or they can just go for this. They can sell this with 3 men. Can they pull it off though? They've got to get the frags to really sell this. Wow, okay, frags all over the place. We've got frags on A, frags on B in middle, and it's 2 players left now for HellRaisers. So LGB doing an excellent job in this round. Picture perfect. Bomb down on A.
Yeah, kucher looking a bit inconsistent with that AWP, missing some sisters there, so definitely going to have to get his deathmatch on if he is to be the AWPer on the HellRaisers team now, with the absence of Simple and Markelov.
AdreN now with a very huge job to do. If this is to be possible, he would have to get a kill immediately there to allow his teammates to get in, but they're already backing off.
But the problem is, because of how expensive the previous round was for them,
yeah,
they are in a very difficult situation now. Let's have a look at their money post-explosion. Look at that! Just $2,000 to $2,500. And I really do feel like the approach to the previous round was, to the eco round was mistimed.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Mistimed.
It was a misread of the situation. It was an improper way to respond to what was happening.
Good idea, but the wrong time to do it.
Yeah. Here we go. Smoke to CPL.
Oh no,
double angle.
Dan.
Oh, James!
It's not my fault, it's Valve's fault.
Yeah, but you know it's going to happen. And now look at Angel. He's making all these frags. kucher got a kill. And all we can do is commentate on the kill tracker. Good job, James.
I don't know what else. I don't know what's going on now.
Alright, well, jkaem's actually left. HellRaisers has somehow, we'll never know, we'll never ever know.
It's a secret.
But they've somehow pulled this one back. They had the double peek on middle. LGB seemingly ran into it. I think they had another player from connector also. I think that's what happened. And they had I think they had a flash going over and a push.
How long has this bug been in the game for?
It's been in here for Evers, I think. Was it in here since? No, it wasn't in here when this feature first appeared.
I don't think so, but it's been here for far too long.
But then there was a patch, and yeah, it broke at some point.
It's been here for like months, hasn't it?
Either way, HellRaisers are going to bring themselves back into the game in unlikely fashion. And we have a bit of a split here from LGB. It does look like they want to go through underpass and try to bring themselves towards connector, potentially, as they have players on A. If they want to combine, that's the only way to do it. But it's like they're just going to walk into the smoke there and get annihilated by flamie.
Right, so a more sensible round here from HellRaisers versus this Eco. Just slowly cutting down these players. ensa 24 HP, but they still haven't seen a bomb, so HellRaisers aren't going to be able to put their numbers into any one place. They shouldn't need to, though, versus this Eco unless they get hit by the Rec 9.
Yeah, I mean, this round really looked like there was no rhyme or reason, much of a plan here for LGB, apart from just finding some cheap kills. But if we looked at how HellRaisers approached it, they played very far back in all of their positions, and they even had some spam through the smokes and stuff, so they're in a prime... They basically read this round perfectly. So HellRaisers, you know, this round should not be losable, and they're doing a fine job of it, playing it exactly how you should. And look, no one took damage. No, okay, Dosia took 5 damage. So, close to a flawless round.
Yeah, but they need a lot more flawless rounds because LGB is still 3 rounds away from bringing this to 1-1. But
they could have actually bought here, but they decided to actually kind of go halfway so they can have more nades on the following round with a proper buy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're aware of the financial...
Oh, they're going to know straight away, HellRaisers. They're pushing Apartments Palace, and this push is coming in. They know rotation is going to be coming in. Can LGB swing the match around? Kucher, 2 quick frags with the AWP before he goes down. Rain takes the kill as HellRaisers march in for the retake, but damage has been done. Weapons picked up. zEVES with the AWP gets the shot onto the head of Dosia, and LGB rolling through that B bomb site with Angel, the only man left for HellRaisers. The only one left. What a round from LGB. As we see Angel struggling to enter. And that should be it here. As he backs away. What a catastrophe again.
Indeed. I feel like, I think it was Dosia in the shop who spent about... Like he threw a nade out, and then he threw a flashbang out, then he went to throw another flashbang and just got shot in the chest by an AWP while he was throwing a flashbang. But I feel like he spent too much time with no cover, just throwing nades through a window.
Right.
Versus the Eco, let's not forget.
That is like actually something that happens quite commonly. I've done that. You get greedy with the nades when really just having the rifle out, even if there's no nades, sometimes it's better than tossing in some flashes that may not even flash them sometimes.
Yeah, and again, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a lot of nades.
HellRaisers still have a chance though in this. If you are a HellRaisers fan, they do have an AWP on kucher, so they got their full buy going.
Oh, there was someone actually in underpass, but Angel didn't see him because of the arch.
For this,
just hiding that player's legs.
And they can leave Angel here now if they want to, but he's gonna peek. Oh, Angel peeks. He could have just stayed hidden there, and at least kucher's able to get a frag as well, so they're evening things up. But they've lost the potential to control middle for the cost of just 1 player now, and that's going to give LGB more breathing room. They can do anything at the moment. They've got 2 players towards A, and they are bringing the other 2 with the bomb towards A as well. And HellRaisers, they've only really got Dosia there at the moment.
Indeed, he's in the troubly spot.
The noob corner.
The noob corner.
The noob corner, man. It's all about the noob corner. Oh, he switched it up. It's the... I don't know what's
anti-noob.
I don't know, man. I'm no good at making these call-out names. But here it is. The smokes and flashes are launched. As is the aggression, the assault onto the bomb site. That's a quick frag from zEVES. Big job to be done now by Dosia. Sneaking in with the silence then 4. That is the weapon of choice. You can see Ruben is not exactly sure where he is. Does find him. And that only just a single frag then might not be good enough. Rain. Massive push to jungle to take out flamie. And now AdreN is basically a walking corpse. 7 health. This man needs a medic. And that is going to be the end of this round. LGB going to be soon forcing this to a 3rd map, it would seem. Which would be cash. If we get there. What are our overtime rules, James?
MR5, 16k, I do believe.
Terrorists win.
That's alright, I didn't have anything to do tonight anyway!
Yeah.
Just kidding. I got a cast, man. Let's do this. 15 to 12. LGB looking very fine. Fine and dandy. on the scoreboard right now. Oh wow, we're actually seeing an AWP for AdreN. He actually has his AWPs out, so he's got his AWP going.
Yeah, they've gone all in, obviously, on this round. They have no choice but to do so. So AdreN, no armor, just the AWP, holding an angle. Nothing to find.
Exactamundo. Can't really do that with an English accent, to be honest.
What, exactamundo?
Yeah.
What accent do you normally do it with?
I don't know. Samuel. Oh.
Okay.
That's in that accent. Whatever that is. Samuel L. Alright, so very tentative round for both teams. LGB being very cautious here. They don't want to run into an aggression. It's been mixed in here by HellRaisers so far. So they are cautious of it now. The wall of smokes once again. HellRaisers have done well in previous rounds featuring this wall of smoke. This round would seem no different, but the real push is on B. Once again, played for balls, HellRaisers, as LGB take a very dominant control of this bomb site. AdreN comes in with a quick frag, and very low health all across the board here for LGB. Will it matter though? Dosia and Angel left. zEVES is able to dispatch one of them. It's all on Dosia's shoulders now. Can HellRaisers bring this back? Dosia able to pick off zEVES. There's one more in RUBINO. Playing the angle on short. He got Dosia quite low. The nade is there. Does have just a little bit of damage. In goes Dosia. Takes the kill. Does he have... I don't think he has enough time.
No way
he has no time. And it's going to be the map there for LGB, which will force it to cash. And I have no idea who's going to win cash. All I know is that both teams can run all the AWPs they want, and it'll be fun.
But they need to be consistent with those AWPs, and we saw there was a lack of consistency from kucher there in some key moments.
Absolutely.
So, again, I mean, how that round where LGB were on an eco, and I think it was Angel who pushed up mid on his own with the AWP. How important do you think that was to the outcome of the remainder of that match?
That was massive. That was insanely huge. They suffered so much economic damage that they never recovered really from that, because they were always playing with like terrible nades afterwards, and they could just barely buy. But the fact that, I mean, LGB just like shouldn't happen, man. That shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen. But the thing is that if they okay, there's lots of bits to this I don't really understand, because Angel's just going out on his limb. No one flashed for him either. So it's not as if like someone, like a rifler, like the guy playing connector instead, came in and just... Because that's a really easy team pop flash. You just throw it up top mid, and it's like foolproof. It will flash, you peek, and you can go for those shots kind of safely, and then back away. And then what's really cool is that you've got that guy on connector who then looks towards underpass. So if they are pushing underpass, the guy who's exposed in mid doesn't get killed from mid. If they push top mid, where you flash them, then they had the guy, I think it was Kucher, who was aiming down middle, so he can cover for Angel. But there was none of this stuff. Like, that's what makes Fnatic so good, because Fnatic are perfect on this stuff. They're so perfect on these team play setups. You never see them do stuff unsafe like that. And Angel just deciding to take it upon himself to push up like that. It was massive.
I feel like pushing up with a AWP as opposed to an M4 without a flash is fine, because I think it's potentially difficult to kind of recalibrate your aim in time to punish, and might make things actually more difficult. But with the AWP, again, I just wonder if they knew it was an eco, because surely if you know it's going to be an eco, then you're not going to stick an AWP up against rushing Tech 9s.
I think you're absolutely right. They didn't know it was an eco. I think they read that wrong, because we actually saw rounds where it was really clear that they knew it was an eco, and they played completely differently. Like they played ranges perfectly, and they played... Like, for example, on ecos, it's like really common stuff. Like, underpass becomes a bit dangerous, because teams, if they want to get into middle with their eco, they have to use underpass. They can't just, like, challenge the AWPer. I mean, you can, but it's pretty suicidal against a good AWPer. So usually you just go underpass. It's pretty safe. If you've got some smokes too, you can then smoke window. You can actually do some stuff. So that's quite common. So we saw them, like, setting up for this, like, countering, like, what you would expect an ecoing team to do. But that was kind of the opposite there. I don't know, man. Yeah, but it's hindsight, obviously. Maybe Angel's done that 10 times. Maybe it's the one time that it backfired. I don't know. But from a theoretical standpoint, I don't agree.
Yeah, but you can see the importance of keeping an eye on your teammates' economy, because if you slip up, then that's what can happen.
Absolutely, and this is also another thing before we go to break. I remember a long time ago. Do you remember when Titan came out back in the good old Kukli days, and they were running the double setup, and I think it was Maniac who was being interviewed very briefly on the subject, and he said that it is strong, but it is really risky, and one of the reasons is because your economy can get it can get completely destroyed if you have a bad round.
You have to rebuy,
yeah,
like a lot of money.
So it makes it much more unstable. And this is why Virtus Pro are always so good, is because they could always play like such low econ, but very, very effectively, because they didn't rely as much on that. I think they've changed their style a little bit since, but yeah. So anything you want to add before we jump to break?
I think it's break time.
All right, it's break time, guys. We'll see you after the break for the third and final map here between HellRaisers and LGB. And just one reminder, the winner of this will play against the winner of that, and a team that's still to be decided, I believe. If there is an update on the qualifier bracket and we can fill in those teams, we'll let you know. But for now, see you after the break.